DataFinz API pipeline empowers data integration across multiple use cases with streamlined API modeling, response parsing, and request building. From supporting NoSQL to SQL migration, JSON ingestion, and real-time event processing to supporting AI and SaaS applications, DataFinz ensures reliable and scalable data workflows. DataFinz offers powerful features like automatic JSON/XML parsing, payload requests, nested array handling, and ERD diagram generation for streamlined data structuring. DataFinz enables the conversion of JSON data into an entity relationship diagram, transforming complex nested structures into well-organized relational entities for optimized querying and data management. The upcoming demo will demonstrate this process in detail. Here is a sample JSON data that will be parsed and converted into an entity relationship diagram. To achieve this, the user navigates to the DataFinz interface, selects API pipeline, then Model, and chooses Create New Model. Then the user must specify a model name, add a description if needed, and select the required method. The user can choose from the provided options to upload file by selecting the correct file format in the input method and upload the file containing the sample data, or enter data manually using the model body option, or integrate via REST API by providing the appropriate connection name and select Generate to complete the new model configuration. The user can then click the download option to retrieve and view the generated entity relationship diagram. Comparing the sample JSON data and the ERD, the user can see all the entities, attributes, and relationships from the sample data in the diagram. API parsing from JSON to tables using DataFinz streamlines data conversion for structured analysis. The upcoming demo will illustrate this process. Here is a sample JSON data that will be parsed and transformed into structured tables. To achieve this, the user navigates to the DataFinz interface, selects API pipeline, then API parser, and chooses Create New API Parser. The user must specify an API parser name, add a description if needed, select the GetResponse method, and specify the input method as JSON. The user can choose model input, upload a file from the list of API options, or specify the connection by selecting the source connection name from the list. The target type is set as a table, and the user provides the target connection, target object, and selects whether schema changes should be enabled, which helps accommodate modifications done in source data, and finally set the load type. The user then selects source object names from the list and provide the corresponding target object names, maps relevant fields in each array in the next step to create the API parser. A corresponding SQL Server table is generated automatically with the defined columns. The user executes the API parser, parsing the JSON data into SQL Server tables. If the source JSON data is modified, re-executing the parser updates the modified columns and values in the target table. API parsing from XML to tables using DataFinz enables structured data transformation for better analysis. The upcoming demo will showcase this process. Here is a sample XML data that will be parsed and transformed into structured tables. To achieve this, the user creates a new API parser, specifies an API parser name, add a description if needed, select the GetResponse method, and specify the input method as XML. The user can choose the appropriate API option and select the source connection name from the list. The target type is set as table, and the user provides the target connection, target object, and selects whether schema changes should be enabled, which helps accommodate modifications done in source data. The user then selects source object names from the list and provides the corresponding target object names, maps relevant fields in each array, and creates the API parser. A corresponding SQL Server table is generated automatically with the defined columns. The user then executes the API parser, parsing the XML data into SQL Server tables. Database tables are transformed into JSON API payloads by extracting records from multiple tables and formatting the data into a structured JSON format, making it suitable for API-based data exchange, cloud storage, or application integration. Here's a demo to showcase this process in action in DataFinz. The user can navigate to the API pipeline in DataFinz, choose Model and Create New Model option and provide the model name, description if necessary, method, and choose from the option to upload file or model body or REST API. By clicking on Generate, an entity relationship diagram gets created and can be viewed by clicking Download. Next, the user can navigate to the Integrate option in the DataFinz interface. Click on Create New Pipeline. Add the pipeline name, and make sure to specify the model name previously provided in the model configuration here. Then the user can include the other configuration like method, source connection, target connection, and call the target file name. In some cases, when the target system allows only one JSON object to be sent at once, it is necessary to specify the number in target process split rows. Otherwise, it can be mentioned as 0 and mention the request response connection and return object name followed by that if necessary. In the next step, the default object names will already be mentioned. The user can provide the corresponding override object names from the source table and then specify the necessary fields in step 3. The final step is to mention the YLT scripts in the script type if needed. After configuring the pipeline, upon execution, the JSON API payload gets created in Amazon S3.